Hey guys, welcome back to Project Rubberband, and today we have another Motovox right here. This Motovox I got off Facebook Marketplace for only $150. I bargained the guy down from $350 to $150, and he agreed, and so I went and got it. Now, because this Motovox was super old, the front and back tire were super worn down to the point where the back tire literally had a massive hole in it, and the guy literally tried to patch it with like duct tape or something. The front tire is looking okay right now, and all we want to do is get this thing running and driving, so for now, we're going to leave the front tire as is. There also are some carburetor issues, like this mini bike will not idle, and so we're gonna address that issue and get this all fixed and ready to go. This is the new tire we're gonna be putting on. I didn't bother filming any of it because it's the most boring process to get one of these fixed. So we're just gonna go ahead and throw this one on, and then we'll be set for the back tire. Alright guys, now that we're done mounting the brake caliper, we're going to take the axle and mount the wheel on the axle with the chain and get everything lined up. Alright, so now that we did the full install, we're going to do a test drive. Alright guys, so she definitely runs smooth. The only problem is obviously the carburetor because it won't stay idle. And the other problem is the brakes. So whatever we did when we uninstalled it and reinstalled the wheel, the brakes don't really work anymore. So we gotta adjust the brakes to make sure the brakes are working. And after that, we're pretty much set. So the first thing we're gonna do is fix the brakes, and then we'll see if we can get the engine running smoothly. And just like that, our brakes are fixed. It was super easy to fix. All I had to do is pull the cord through. You want to make sure that the brakes will lock up and drag the whole bike. That's how you know that the brakes are working well. And now that the brakes are done, we can move on to the carburetor and make sure the whole bike is running smooth. And then we're pretty much done. This is one of the cheapest builds I've ever done. We literally got the bike for $150. And all the stuff replaced on this bike, like the twist throttle and the brake lever, were from a different project. And the only money that was spent was literally on the tire, and that was only 30 bucks. So all in all, really good project, and let's move on to that carburetor. All right, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do with this type of issue is make sure your idle is turned up enough so that the engine doesn't just die because the idle's too low. That is this little knob right here. Is probably hard to see, and we're just gonna turn it up to turn the idle speed up and see if that even works. Alright guys, so I had to take the plastic piece off there to get in here because this was stuck. But I got it to thread in a little bit more, and we're gonna see if it'll run now that it's threaded in a little bit more right there. seems like after I turned up the idle screw, it is running a little bit better, but it's still running pretty rough. And I'm guessing that's just because the carburetor is dirty or something like that. Now, I don't care about it too much because, like I said, it was only $150. But I am gonna go ahead and take the carburetor off and clean it out and see if that'll do anything. Alright, so now all the gas is draining into here. So we're gonna try to get the carburetor off and just leave this here so it can drain out. Alright, so we have done our best to clean out this carburetor sitting right here. This is the carburetor that we will be mounting back onto the mini bike. This is as good as it's gonna get with a carburetor that is old. So we're gonna put it on. Hopefully it runs smooth. If it doesn't run smooth and it just runs how it is, I'm fine with that. Maybe in a future video we'll put on a new carburetor and see how it runs. But for now, this is how it's gonna be, and we're gonna mount it up. Alright, so we have everything attached here, and so now we're just gonna start it and see what happens. Alright, now that we have it started, we're gonna adjust the throttle speed and see if that'll change anything. Alright, so as you can see there, that means it overcorrected, so we're going to turn it back down just a little bit, and hopefully that'll be perfect. Alright guys, so we finished our last step with the carburetor, but the one thing that's happening is it's not idling steadily, it's surging. Not sure what that means. Maybe if someone knows, hit me up in the comments. But I already cleaned the carburetor out, so I'm not exactly sure what the problem is. So yeah, definitely hit me up in the comments if you know about that. If you're to the point of this video, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button. And now for our favorite part, riding it.
you went in the grass.
Bro, that's crazy.
I got you right there. I got that flyby right there.
Thank y'all for watching, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.
That is not going in. That is not going in.
Thank y'all for watching, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. I think you got it, bro.
This is cameraman Anthony BTW.